lost somebody.
We're live.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody all around the world, and thank you for joining us for another Left 4 Dead 2 competitive shoutcast. My name is MK. I'll be one of your shoutcasters for tonight, and we have Kryja, who'll be the person cameramanning today. How you doing, Kryja? Great. And also, we have the legendary caster himself joining us, Mr. Rails Barlow. How you doing, Rails?
I'm doing amazingly well, MK. Thank you so much for having me again. This is going to be, I think, one of the more intense matches we've seen in this tournament. It's a best of one, NA versus NA, and it's really just going to come down to who knows this Passifice situation better. And we were kind of talking a little bit in the casters forum about this before we started, but you know, this map has been in competitive now and played in tournaments since like 2016, I'm fairly sure, but for some people it can still feel like a custom map, honestly.
Absolutely, I agree, Rails, due to the length of these chapters, with it not being custom map, they are very lengthy, and map 2 can be a gauntlet as well, so looking forward to this high competitive play of the second round of the Anniversary Cup, and we are already going live right now, Rails, we're having Team Ice Cream is Cold playing Hot Dog Water, and for Team Hot Dog Water, we have Spirit, Mars, Vac, and Blue, and why don't you take the other side, Rails? Or the attack's
The
going
other
in.
side here. Yeah, well, we have this hit going in with that Hunter landing with the Charger not getting the stumble. The Spitter is going to die on Nick right there. For Team Hot Dog Water, it's Blue, Vac, Mars, and Spirit. And for Team Ice Cream is Cold, it's Purple, Red Start, aka Sam, Yams, and Bravo, MK.
Indeed, we do, and they're actually, the survivor's going to push through relatively quickly here, trying to get through this next choke before the spawns are up. It's going to be a Boomer, Smoker, Jockey, and the final spot is going to be actually a Hunter. So they're not going to have a Spitter for this attack, but we're going to see them take it a little slow here and clear out these common before they start advancing forward. It looks like the attack's going to go in. Hunter gets nicely skeeted by Ellis. Jockey gets M2 to shut down, and looks like the other two affected are not going in. A pull back on Coach for a few ticks. And that's going to be it with a Boomer going in at the end and just gets shut down, Rails.
Yes, and the first tank of the match is going to be up into the hands of Purple himself for Team Ice Cream is Cold. Let's see exactly what he wants to do with this. He's working his way around. He's going to have two cars to play with here, MK, as the survivors are most likely going to fight him in this safe room area, if not the park in front of that.
Indeed, this is pretty standard for what you want to do for this tank. So Survivor's going back to the safe room. There's a Hunter, Jockey, and a Charger as a support, and it looks like Purple is getting his two cars into play. He's still first pass about 80%. It looks like an attack's going to go in. Hunter does land, charge, misses. Jockey, I think, took the same target, got cleared as well. And that's minimal damage, but before this tank goes in, Rails, they're going to be sitting at a 987 health bonus. So let's see what they going to end up after this is over.
He's done a good job so far, only taking a little bit of damage. And there is a car going flying into the air. That is out of bounds. Other sedan is going to be coming in across this tree, but he's really going to have to go with what he has now, I'm fairly sure. So he's going to have to just use the only two cards that he has available to him. Smoker, Boomer, Hunter for this is good because the Smoker and the Hunter can both get targets that are moving, but that car is also out. That is really unfortunate for Purple's tank so far, as there is only one car now. He is down to 4.3k. Still trying to work that up and in. It's still spiraling towards the survivors as he's going to be in now. There, the pull is going to go out. Boomer does get a double boom, and there is a car that goes out onto Blue from Purple as that double boom goes in. There is a pounce as well, landing onto Spirit. Tank is just going to go for the kill here, I'm fairly sure. One more hit is going to do it. Blue already killed by this tank. That car goes flying into the air. There's still commons, and the tank is still in, pushing Coach towards the end of this safe room. He's going to die, but what an opening tank, MK, and that's a death already.
Indeed it was. It looks like the Purple focused on the hittable and it played off. He took the head off of Blue. And unfortunately, with the one boom and the separation pounce, they weren't able to shoot that tank. And the tank had plenty of time to grind out Blue. And now they only have 3 survivors going through the rest of this map. And they're going to be sitting at a 524 health bonus from this point on.
Indeed, they are. Smoker, Charger, Jockey, Spitter for this next hit. Tri-cap is possible here, but they'd probably just take a charge spit for more damage and then go for a quad or something outside. Let's see if they can make it happen as the survivors are going to push up. Charger drops in, going between Ellis and Rochelle. There is the Jockey landing in the back as the Smoker was trying to pull through this window here, MK, but that's going to be the Smoker actually deciding to move his way back, I think, potentially just to hit with the rest of his team or for that quad cap.
Yeah, indeed he is. He's just going to hold that spawn. They took about 50 bonus off there. That attack with only 3 survivors. So
Oh, bravo. There,
Oh,
the smoker pull goes in. Boomer's looking for it as well. Hunter does get a wall kick in the back. Charger going in the front, landing onto Mars. 1 pound, 2 pounds going in off of that.
indeed, that is. It's a pretty good chip going out, but there's still 3 survivors alive. They are shutting down the attacks and not getting tri-cap, so that's good because they need as many points as they can, Rails, because how much distance and how much points these maps can be worth. If you could get wiped and the other team makes it, it's a big differential coming into this campaign.
Yeah, we were talking about that in the caster war room right before the game started as well, how these maps are worth so many points. Jockey's going to go in, getting taken out by those Uzis. Smoker does get a pull back for a split second before being self-cleared. There is going to be spit down on Coach, who is the boomed survivor, and this boomer is hanging near this alarm car as well, trying to get a reboom when the survivors come up. It can be really, really difficult to pop this boomer without getting anyone puked on, and the boomer is just going to keep chilling behind that car, getting another boom onto Coach. That's going to be Coach a little bit separated as well. It's kind of a waiting game here. Rochelle pushing up now too. As the boomer gets popped, there it goes. That is going to be the triple cap as well. Jockey, Hunter, and Charger all landing, all because they really couldn't get past that car, MK. That is unfortunate for our friends on Team Hot Dog Water, but that is the wipe.
Yes, it is. They're going to bring the first chapter score to 225 points. So right now for Hot Dog Water, this tank is really big. They need to either get like 2 or 3 in caps, or at least get a kill. Because if Ice Cream is Cold manage to make this, just make the safe room with distance alone and no bonus, we'll have almost more than double their score already just after 1 map.
The shit talk between the teams right now. Bravo is just saying, he's just going for it, man. Just a little bit. Saying that blue is dead and there were no skeets after that, basically. I don't know about that.
At least they did manage to get a little bit of points before they did get wiped.
Yeah, I mean...
but it does, every little bit will help.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be interesting for the survivors, so I think they're probably going to try to fight them in the same area, and if that tank can get 2 cars in versus 1, it can go really, really well for them. An actual rule for what, I don't know. Not wearing a hat, okay, that's fine. The first hit for Team Hot Dog Water is going to be Hunter, Spitter, Jockey, Charger. Survivors really not looking towards the roof yet. They're trying to clear out a lot of the common, and they're staying around this white band for the... probably just for the reason that they can dodge rocket spawns better. Here, the Charger comes, however, managing to land for a split second, but then instantaneously cleared on Nick. That spit isn't really going to get any damage, MK, and that's a great start.
Yeah, the attack was shut down, and if I was the SI, I probably would have held that spitter for the inside, because now they're not going to have a spitter when they go up in these the stairwell. So they're only going to have a boomer to contest with, and I believe it'll be 3 other cappers, but... I think you'd rather even have a 2-2 with a spitter here rather than have a tri-cap with a boomer, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. They do have that tri-cap with boom right now. Charger, Jockey, and Smoker. So Smoker is going to be kind of hard to land in this spot, I would say, but if you have the SI that are going to be coming from around the survivors, they might be able to capitalize on something here through that window as well. The Jockey is already pre-spawned, as are the Boomer and the Smoker. The Chargers is the only thing that hasn't gone yet. Looking for a pull back on the survivors as the Jockey goes in. Charger goes in as well. Only gets a single, but also gets a single pound right there onto Purple as the Boomer goes in last and gets a double. And an Insta-Smoke lands just to add a little bit more to that attack's total damage.
Yeah, so that'll take Purple down to 62, so if he doesn't commit pills, he will be 3 punches for the tank. They have 2 survivors that will be actually 5, and 1 that'll be 4 sitting at 96. So that actually will come into play when the tank will choose to commit here. But it looks like survivors going to go back to the safe room. Jockey, Hunter, and Charger looks like they're going to try to attack on the way back. Jockey pre-spawns, already down to 81 health, though. It looks like... Yep, they're just going to go back here. I'll get tested. Oh, here they go. Hunter and Charger go in. Charger gets melted. Hunter lands for a tick, and then, of course, the Jockey gets shut down with minimal damage, and he's getting his toys in rail, but let's check it right now. Health bonus is at 110 before the commit starts.
Indeed, it is. You mean 10-10, right? Like
yes,
1,010 points? Okay, yeah. I mean, this is a map where if they score anywhere close to that, they're going to be just in an amazing position to take this game. That car is going out of bounds as well, so this tank now only has 1 sedan to work with. Not really any chip going out onto him, but he's just going to be able to play with that car in front of the hedges. after he comes over the bus. Single boom goes out, and the tank will go in on that back, deciding to commit with that one boom. This car, though, is pretty out. As that smoke goes in, early pull is going to land that first punch as a result. Trying to hit him now as well, but it's not going to work. There is the smoker cleared, charger shut down, but the tank's getting a corner onto Purple, who was the one boom survivor. Another pull goes out right there as Vac is under 1k. Health still falling, but that jockey lands onto Ellis in the front as the tank throws a rock down, misses Nick. However, with that jockey still going out on top of that hittable. Now it's a double cap with that smoker landing up top as well. Lots of residual damage going out here as Bravo is going to be in the slow range from that smoker, MK.
Actually, that was pretty good damage if you ask me, Rails. I mean, he wasn't able to get his hittable in, but he did manage to get the in cap and some punches on some other survivors, and that separation pull and jockey did so much damage at the end. Right now, they got everybody up, so they're going to sit at 564 bonus. They took almost half the bonus out with that tank, and now they're going to have to take this stair choke again with actually a 2-2, which is probably one of the better 2-2s for this attack, which is a 100 charger, spitter, and a boomer.
Indeed, I see that because, like, so long as they're able to still have, like, people fast, then they should be okay on Survivor side. But if this 2-2 can do some damage here, that would really, really help out, because then the Survivors would be slow through that area in the front. Hunter is going to land, does get cleared. Boomer gets popped, but there's the Charger stumble going out onto Bravo in the front. That is going to knock him down into the slow range. I expect Rochelle to most likely pass her pills to him, if not Coach. But indeed, Rochelle's going to do it. They need to be able to clear, like, this next part, right, underneath these, like, walkways. They need to be able to take one hit here and then probably get up to the alarm cars next after that. And if they can get past the alarm car, that would be ideal. They really can't afford to have an alarm go off and be forced to stay in one spot, either because they're slower or because they want to try to kill Common, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, and it looks like they're going to try to make a play on the alarm car at the SI. They have a boomer, hunter, smoker, and a jockey. And it looks like they're going to set up on the car alarm that's further forward. And they're actually going to land a 2-boom. They're going to go in, a double cap land in the back. And actually the car alarm as well, so that's going to be a lot of damage going out. A pull again goes out in the back on the green survivor, but they do manage to clear that. So that was about another 110 damage off the bonus there, Rails, and a car alarm horde coming in.
Yeah, see, as soon as Bravo goes slow here, this is going to get a lot less fun for the survivors, just because, you know, at that point you can't really outrun Common, and if you take any kind of damage at a hit, you have multiple people slow. That's the only way to really control the survivors on this map as SI, just because it's worth so many points in terms of distance and also that bonus that they still have. So it depends on where they want to stand and maybe hold this out, but the next hit is already going in. Nice heat going out by Yams, and there's going to be a charge down below that is going to land onto Bravo for a bit more damage with a proxy boom, but MK, they are going to be holding W off of that.
Absolutely. The infected managed to take about another 80 bonus off the survivors. So the survivors are going to probably hold W here, grab it, ammo probably relatively quick because looks like some people are already using their pistols, getting relatively low. 304 is the health bonus. They actually have a quad to tend with here. They're actually going to not go for the ammo, but this is going to be a quad attempt coming in. It looks like everything's coming from behind except for the jockey. Actually, they do get an in-cap. Jockey lands, Hunter lands on the in-cap person. A pull goes back, Charger takes the pull target, but everything is cleared relatively quickly. So I actually think they took that quad pretty well, Rails, but they did about another 65 damage off the bonus.
They dealt that pretty well on the Survivor side. Bravo was going down anyway he looked at it, so him going down in that attack. Good on the Survivors, actually, because that got a couple of the SI to, you know, hit on him at the same point in time. Like the Jockey and the Hunter were both kind of going for him, and now, you know, so long as nobody's black and white, which nobody is, they can keep just holding W into this last hit and then try to get inside with only one more attack from the SI. Jockey and Hunter both going in the back. M2 going out on that Jockey. The Hunter is going to land with a double boom going out as well. There is Yams getting in-capped and also just cooked by that spit, as we are going to see that boom maybe delay them for one more hit if they don't get them up fast and they don't go.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they will be able to get one more. It will be a quad with the sack order that they got, but I don't think they'd be able to set up for it, as they still have nobody up yet. The Charger's getting a spawn, Smoker's getting a spawn. No, they're just going to make it in. They're not even going to do nothing. Nope. And that will be actually... Ice Cream is cold, making the safe room with a little bit of bonus, making their chapter score of 712 against Hot Dog Waters 225. Well, they did make the safe room. did manage to get the bonus down relatively low, Rails. They didn't make it with the high bonus, so by no means is this over yet. Due to how many points the next chapters are worth, it's still anybody's game.
Oh yeah, you have these chapters specifically on the Sacrifice too, where like map 1 you can score like between 13 and 1600 points on Survivor side, and then map 4 same thing. Like if you make the safe move bonus on that map, you're gonna score up over 4 digits. You know.
Absolutely.
It's wild to see. I mean, this map here too, same kind of thing. If this 24% tank like only gets a down, and the survivors can make it to the safe room, they can score a huge amount. And conversely, right, if you get fucked up by this tank early, it's going to be hard for you to make the safe room in any way that makes sense. You're going to be bleeding out the entire time, and it's an endurance map.
Yeah, that it is. I mean, especially with the choke point that they're going to have to take right after the tank as well. So you might see a little bit of affected plan on what they want to do with this tank or survivor. Like say if the tank gets down to like 800 health, you might see these survivors want to push and take the choke point. Or you might see one of the SI to have what they want after this tank dies, unless the tank gets a wipe, of course. So there's a lot of things that happen in such a small area with such a big choke by the tank spawn. Yeah, there's so much that could come into play right there. And I've seen a team go into that choke point, all green health, and just get wiped.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, because the SI can play off of that so well if you have to jump, like, from the railing to the brick hole, right? You know, you can definitely get charged in that area and just take a whole lot of damage. Somebody can get reset by a smoker or a jockey or just by accidentally falling off. Like, there's some wonky shit that happens in that area. This first hit, though, is going to be good for the SI. Spitter, jockey, charger, hunter for Team Hot Dog Water. Try and do the most damage that they can and stop Team Ice Cream is Cold on this map.
All right, we'll probably see a little bit of baiting from the survivors. There is no smoker to pull them forward, so the survivors probably want to push all together and relatively quick up the stairs here after they clear out a little bit of common. Looks like they're running 2 Uzi, 2 pumps right now. Hunter looks like he's going to go for a walk kick from behind. Does land it on a Nick. The spit goes on it as well with the It's a massive amount of damage going out with the
Oh, God.
My goodness, that took 17% of the health bonus off. Puts Bravo all the way down to 56 and Red all the way down to 78 rails. Massive damage on the first attack.
Bravo and Sam just in an unfortunate spot there, getting double capped, and, you know, the spit did as much damage, I think, as it possibly could have, and it's going to give them a decent hit for this next attack, which I think is the last one they're going to get before the tank spawning, so they don't have to deal with the choke yet, they can deal with the tank beforehand. If they can get, you know, roughed up by another hit or two, they very easily could turn this into a rock tank on the SI side. They've got Charger, Hunter, Boomer, Smoker going in right now. That Charger's going to land along with that smoke. Hunter going for the intercept as well onto Nick, but he is going to get cleared as the Boomer hops in, but still a bit more damage going out and a double proxy from that Boomer.
Absolutely. If you're the infected, you have to be happy with this. 2 attacks did about almost 28% damage, so if you're doing 10% damage per attack on this chapter, it's not going to end good for the survivors, as we will have the second tank of the game for Hot Dog Water in the hands of Blue, and they still have Common coming in, and a Jockey, Smoker, and a Charger are the support right now for this tank, and it looks like he's looking like he might want to get a rock or two.
They should, honestly, because both Nick and Rochelle are close to having to take pills. Jockey, Charger, Smoker for this SI support hit. Charger trying to rock it in, but just jumping it instead. Getting a stumble, but that is all. Jockey and Smoker both saving, maybe because the tank is looking for that Smoker-Jockey-Hunter combination, since those will be the most agile SI in that spot. Landing a boom would also be key, but they're going to be looking to block those spawns next to the porta potties that they're standing on top of right now, and also that dumpster.
Yes, that would be the good SI that I would want to do, and indeed he is going to have it, so he's going to have probably what he wants on the commit. It's going to be difficult for this tank. He's going to have to make sure he gets his jumps good, because the survivors can play above them without infected ladders to get you there. It's a little bit more advantageous for the survivors to play at this high ground right now, and at 50%, this should be the tank commit, and he is going to go in right now. He should be chasing the survivors off. He's taking a lot of damage. He's already down to half health and haven't even get anybody off the top. There's a pull in the front. Hunter gets a punch onto Rochelle, another punch onto Rochelle. He's at 2K, another punch onto Rochelle. There's also a jockey that does get cleared now, and it looks like it's going to be an in cap, and this tank's going to get out.
That skeet by Sam was so clutch. That was looking like it could be almost a 3 cap. Tank is still alive, working his way back in. Standing underneath here, just next to the bar. They're going for the pickup. Again, he's going for the punch, and he's going to die with that 1 in cap going out. But that was so close to a wipe, MK.
It was, They did manage to get it down, which is kind of normal there. But the good thing is, though, Rails, is that actually they have their attack for this choke point. So that was a big plus that it did happen that we were talking about before this happened. They actually have the final spawn coming up any moment. If
Should
Blue
be
is
a
going to
spitter.
actually have a
Yeah.
spitter. It is a 2-2, but at least they can make a play on it. They'll have to make the best of what they can do with this 2-2, and hopefully that charger can either get a good spit charge or get a reset as they're going over right now. Looks like they're going to get a walking of the one up top. Charger misses on the bottom. Spit goes down on practically nothing, but they run through it for a little bit of damage, and they're looking good right now, Rails, if your Team Ice Cream is cold.
Indeed you are. Navigating that choke is huge, and just not dropping into that spit are our survivors here. Let's see exactly what is happening on the... That was a great jump, actually, by Rochelle to just jump from that one window to the other frame down the building. Nice job there by Redsicle, aka Sam. And if they can just get past a couple of these inside hits, they are going to be at the event, really, in no time. But they need to hope they can keep both Bravo and Sam fast after this next hit as well. It's a Smoker, a Hunter, Charger, and a Jockey for Team Hot Dog Water here. And MK looks like they want to send it when the survivors are starting to go inside. Here it comes. The pull is not going to land. Charge goes in and gets absolutely decimated. There's the pounce landing in the back, but everything else dying in MK. This is a key chapter so far for Team Ice Cream is cold.
Indeed it was. They shut down that quad attempt, and they didn't. Unfortunately, Hot Dog Water was not able to capitalize it as they were traversing inside, so they all had a little room they had to chase them in, which that's the way you want to take a quad when you're in a room when you can stay slightly separated. And now they have a 2-2 they have to deal with. Not a bad 2-2, though. It's going to be a Jockey, Charger, Spitter, and a Boomer, and survivors are just holding W, trying to get through this area as fast as they can, and now they're actually slowing down a little bit, knowing that they have the attack up, and there is a Spitter in close quarters. So I don't blame them for taking this slow. And actually, they found a set of pills, so their health bonus went up after that last attack.
What they're going to do is they need to have a survivor go forward, essentially, and block this forward room here, and that's kind of what Nick is looking to do. Jockey is spawned in between. Charger spawns up as well. Charger wants to go for Nick, it looks like, but getting shot so much by him at the same point in time. Jockey gets M2. That's going to be a double shutdown by Bravo onto that Jockey and Charger. Boomer goes in, gets a double proxy, but doesn't really matter there, MK, because the survivor's going to push right through that and get to this drop choke.
Yes, they are, but Bravo just shutting down that attack from behind. It looks like he ghosted over and just shot that Charger up. Just shut down basically the whole attack. So basically there was almost no damage going out from that. Actually, after they pop their pills, they're down to 744. There's actually a pull going down the back. It's cleared right away. Jockey and Hunter both land together, and a Charger actually taking the Jockey all the way away. That might be a few slams. 1, 2, maybe a third. Nope, he'll get 2. Not bad damage, Rails. It's down to 552, so they managed to take almost 200 points off the bonus there, Rails.
That quad was really good, but the thing about it is, if they can just find one other set of pills, that way Yams would also be fast. They're going to have to really push with who they have in terms of who are fast, and then try to hopefully just kill this 150 common as they're on their way. I definitely think they can do it, but it's going to get to a point where both Rochelle and Nick are going to bleed into the slow range too, and will they be able to, you know, just keep making their way forward. There is a pull going out on Ellis in the back, pounce land on Coach in the front as well, but no real damage going out there as the survivors continue to work their way forward.
What an M2 by Bravo there. He stopped that 3-boom from going out. That was like last second. That was a great play. Otherwise, that might have gone a little bit worse for them. But again, that was a great shutdown. Now they have a Jockey, Smoker, Charger, and a Boomer for this next attack. But I don't know, Rails. I think survivors, there's a good possibility. If I was them, you think they'll just fight out this horde?
Honestly, they could just stay up here and do that, but let's see exactly what happens, because that Jockey's already pre-spawned. Survivors are in a really, really good spot, and that Smoker really wants to set this Charger up from the end of the hallway here, but Purple is doing a great job of blocking spawns around that. Now here comes the smoke onto him, not going to land. Charger is also running back at this point. They know the Smoker's there, and indeed that Smoker is going to get picked off by those Uzis, so no quad or 3-cap attempt left now, and the survivors might just decide to go forward off of that, because they know that these common are pretty much almost dead. They can even just stand up there and kill the rest of them here as that Boomer gets shut down. It's one more wave, but you see Bravo already starting to make his way towards that tunnel. They're going to have the Hunter, the Jockey, and the Charger MK, but I don't know if they can kill them here.
Keep moving.
I'm not sure. It looks like if they can shut down this attack, Ice Cream is Cold is going to take a significant lead because this chapter is hard to get a bonus on. And right now, they're actually going to have a spitter, so they have a good chance to do some damage here. And they're actually going to spawn early. I'm not sure if I agree with this. That charger is going to land and get shut down before anything gets land, but the jockey gets a scratch hit cap, and that's pretty much it, shut down. But I don't know about that, Rails. I think I might have waited for the top of the stairs.
Yeah, maybe they thought they could get 2 hits, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case here. Bravo is just going to work his way up top. There are no people who are black and white either, so it looks as though Bravo is just going to take those pills to be able to stay fast and shut this hit down. Boomer is going to go in and gets a single boom. Charger, Smoker, and Hunter for the rest of the hit. Looks as though they're going to be going in right now as they bounce around. Charger goes in looking to land onto Coach. Not going to find it, however. Smoker getting shut down too. And that's Team Skeet going out, letting Team Ice Cream is Cold make it to the safe room for a total score of 1,864 points MK. That's what we kind of talked about when it's about bonus. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Ice Cream is Cold. That's going to be a pretty good lead, and they managed to get a 350 bonus on this chapter. Is a lot for how long this map goes for, especially with this high level of Left 4 Dead play that we have here. I would be very happy if I was Ice Cream is Cold with a 350 bonus on a chapter like this. So right now, Hot Dog Water has quite the work cut out for them. They're going to have to make up, or at least tie them right now to make up the points in the next match, but this is going to be a long chapter for them. It's going to come down to this tank fight to set the tone for the rest of this chapter.
And the SI have so many opportunities now since they made the safe room with that kind of bonus, you know. And they already had the lead from the first map as well. They can play, you know, just kind of loosely.
Going anywhere.
And that Coach in the back, he's just going to be there still. Now he's coming up. Hunter going for him in the back, though. There's the pounce going out. Charger going in as well. Not going to land. Spit was very late on to the survivors there. That would have been a bit more damage, but, you know, Hot Dog Water walk out of that decently fine with one more attack to take probably before this tank is up.
And unfortunately for the infected, they weren't able to capitalize it. I would have spit on him right away and maybe tried to stumble with the charger, but that charger got melted before it practically touched the ground. So that was a good take by them. We should have the tank spawn any second. Let's see if they try to get a quick attack before this tank is up. It's a Boomer, Smoker, Hunter, and a Charger. And it looks like they're not going to. And it's 24%. Oh, there it will. Okay. So this will be the second tank of the game for Ice Cream is Cold in the hand of Redsicle. And right now his support is a Charger, Hunter, and a Smoker. I'm pretty sure they'll probably sack this Charger. I'm not a big fan of them in this area. Or maybe they want to try to at least maybe land one rock before he commits here. We'll see what the infected want to do as we have the Hunter pre-spawn in the alley. Indeed, they're going to try to do. The Hunter gets skated from so far. That was nice. Smoker gets cleared right away, but the rock does land onto Coach. So it's not too bad by the infected. What
I was gonna say though that like they might want to get another hit to get more people 4 punches, because right now Nick and Rochelle are both 5 for this fight. I mean, and oh, there's a rock landing onto Spirit. Oh my God, PSIM. I mean, I don't even think these are PSIM rocks, but if they are, you know, people have some disdain for exactly how those go. Boomer is going to get popped. There's the pounce landing. Rock going in, gets a raid rock onto Spirit. This tank's still feeling pretty healthy with this, and this rock tank is pretty much working for the moment. I mean, he almost lands another one there. He's only taken like 600, just over 600 damage so far. Rock going in as well. These are so close. he could actually just keep this up because, I mean, if he can get the survivors down to one person bleeding before he goes in, it would be incredible, and that rock almost landed onto Coach. Oh my goodness, red start with these curves. Smoker's gonna go out, Charger is standing there as well, rock goes in, not gonna land, Boomer gets a single, Charger still jumping its way around, trying to get a stumble on that, rock going in, not going to land, still more chip going out right here, but honestly, you know, they can make this work. That one's getting blown out of the sky though, MK, and this board is gonna still be in there as he's chucking these rocks at the survivors.
Indeed, they are. They're still coming in. All survivors are on the ground right now. I wonder if the tank might want to make a play on that. But probably not. I mean, if you keep landing the rocks, you probably just want to keep playing Rock Tank. I mean, for granted, he did lose about 1,500 health, but here's another attack coming in. Jockey and Hunter. Hunter actually does land, doesn't get skeeted. Rock's coming in as well. Oh, the rock does miss, but there is a dual cap going out. A pole going out for quite a bit of damage. Will this rock land? No, it does not. But still, there's a lot of damage going to the survivors. The tank is not committed yet. They're still sitting at a 1379 bonus, but there's a lot of damage going out on the survivors.
They are probably low as hell on ammo at this point. That's the other reason I think they're going back. Tank is still on first pass, 4,500 HP. He can very easily just commit into the room at the same time the survivors are, and there's a triple boom going out. Missing his first punch though, missing his second as well. Not like this, Sam missing another. Going for Ellis, he can't hit him. He cannot hit him until now. 300 health left. That's so unfortunate that he couldn't get those other punches, MK.
My goodness, Rails. It was, I don't know if that tank just had his sniffer on, but he was smelling everything and whipping the air. He didn't just land anything. That's really unfortunate for the infected there. A nice tri-boom landed with the tank commit, and Ellis was just playing, just dancing around the tank on the pool table. So it was a great job by the survivors. And here comes a 2-2 attack with a smoker and a jockey for this choke. But it looks like they just might go in and not make a play off of it. I'm not sure about this.
Oh, I don't know either. Oh, the jockey's gonna go up top. He gets M2'd by Blue. Smoker goes in there, can't land either. Boomer goes in from the bottom, is not going to land. It does get a proxy onto Rochelle, but I'm with you there, MK. I thought they would have maybe hit that right here on the choke.
Yeah, they just gave it. They gave him this hit for free. I mean, survivors can go inside here. They'll be able to drop out of the building uncontested. And indeed they do. They drop into the streets before they have to go in the next building. And the Charger, Hunter, Spitter, they're waiting for their last spawn yet. Looks like they might want to go quick. Indeed, they're going to. They send the Charger in. Charger does land, but the Spitter gets picked and not able to get the spit off.
Charger did die close to first again, though, so they might be getting another one, but they really gotta try to set these Chargers up. The survivors are trying to push forward, but like if they'd even just waited for him to come down the stairs here and then gone for like a wall kick with a charge off that, they could have gotten some major damage. They're still gonna have a chance to, obviously, here, but I think it's gonna be a little bit harder for them to land in a room like this, just due to the survivors having so much space. They've got that Smoker, Boomer, Charger, Spitter set up for this. And looks like the Boomer wants to come from the bricks on the side there. Is going to go in and land onto Rochelle. Rest of the hit is looking to follow up on that, but the pull charge is going to come from across the way here as the Charger jumps up onto Nick. There it is. Pull charge spit going down successfully onto Blue, but he is going to be able to jump up onto that wooden railing and not take a massive amount of damage there.
No, not too much going out. I mean, they took about 20 or 30 bonus off of Blue there, but their health bonus is still sitting pretty high at 782 right now. I mean, they still have pretty much of the map to go through yet, but right now, if they can maintain this, they have a chance that they can make up some points on this, but they drop down and do a lot of common, and their attack is up right now. Hunter, Charger, Boomer. Boomer does get a one boom. Hunter does get skeeted. Charger is not able to connect, and Jockey is running around like a madman trying to get him, but just gets bullied for his troubles and gets shut down. And that's actually, they did a good job there, Rails. They're sitting at a still 743 bonus. They have another set of pills at the end of this event that they'll also get. And they have a good opportunity to make up some points still, Rails. It's looking good for them.
Indeed it is. The only thing that I can really be concerned about for them is that Blue is about to go slow, and Mars is going to have to pop pills as well. This becomes a much less friendlier event when you're slow. Let's see if this results in someone going slow. As a matter of fact, there's another skeet going out as the Smoker is looking to pull in the back. Nothing really landing there, and Nick, aka Blue, is still fast, I think until right about now-ish. Let's see, though, because this next hit, they could really, really do a lot of damage if they can hit them before they get all the way set up over there, or if they can just go after the survivors are lined up in that direction. But they really have to make this next hit and the one after that count if I'm team... Ice Cream is called.
They have a 3-cap with a Boomer. Boomer just get a 1 Boom on the back, but Jockey, Charger, and a Hunter, I don't think they're going to really be able to do much when they're on this catwalk thing here. So Survivors are most likely just going to sit here and clear out these common, as they're protecting the 740 health bonus. So I'm interested what the last spawn is going to be. I believe it's going to be a Spitter. No, actually, it's going to be a quad. So they're going to have a quad try here. I'm curious to see where they're going to try it. They're actually going to try it right here. Hunter does land. Charger lands. Smoker lands as well. My goodness.
Oh, that Jockey!
Going to be a lot of damage. Jockey
That's a huge amount of damage.
Yes, it is. Smoker is the only capper still up with full health. That took about 240 points off the bonus, but Survivors should get through this tunnel relatively as fast as they can. And Smoker took a little bit of chips, going to go for a respawn. Now they're going to have a 2-2 with the Smoker, and I'm not sure what the last spawn is going to be, Rails.
Let's see. I mean, they have to make it count here because they still have a bit more bonus. But if they can just get like a wall kick here, Boomer's gonna spot and gets a single boom in the back. They can just get that wall kick and then maybe the Smoker just run up there and like body block or something like that. That would be huge if they can manage to get it to land. Hunter looking to wall kick there. Smoker is gonna be chipped. Spit is gonna go down and spread down to Spirit. He's gonna be at 1 HP in just about a second, and they might be able to push up now. Just because they know that last spawn is still also coming. That's going to be a Charger, actually, so let's see if they can get anything to work off of that. Spirit is pushing his way in. Hunter's going to get skeeted. Vac is going to get the skeet there. As the charge spit does land onto Blue, that's a full end cap onto him. Oh my goodness. I think that's going to mean Team Ice Cream is Cold are going to win this round.
Actually, it looks like if no more damage is done, it looks like actually Hot Dog Water to win it.
Oh, it's but so close.
19
points. Oh my goodness gracious. I mean, damn. Not enough for MMR, exactly.
Well, they win the chapter. They do win the chapter, but I think they probably wanted to make up a little more than that.
Yeah, I mean, and that early tank, you know, doing so much damage can really, really help. But let's see where the Survivors are going to be at when they get to this static tank, too. I mean, that tank can go in so many different directions.
Yes, they can, but they will make the safe room. They do win the round. They're still down a couple hundred points, but since Sacrifice 1 and 2 are also lengthy maps, especially the second one is also quite a gauntlet. Anything is still possible, so it's going to come down to this tank play here. See if anybody goes for Death Charge is very uncommon, but you never know. It's always possible.
I mean, hell, I've seen stranger shit happen in terms of Death Charges. Right? I mean, come on.
Indeed, and actually they have a Charger for the opening attack. Most likely we won't see it, but it's going to be a Charger, Smoker, Boomer, and a Hunter as they do go live. So Hot Dog Water will have a tri-cap with a Boom for this opening attack. Survivors are coming out of the safe room right now. The guns that they're going to run with, it looks like 2 pumps and 2 Uzis they're going to run with. Infected.
Makes sense to me.
Infected, they're all going to come from one side, Boomer from the other. Pretty standard right here, if you ask me. And Hunter's going to pre-spawn. Actually, this is going to be the attack coming in. Boomer booms over the fence, gets a 1-boom pull. Hunter doesn't get skeeted. Charger misses. And that's going to be almost actually no damage going out, except for some Boomer punches that are inflicting Nick right now.
Indeed, that's going to be almost a complete shutdown by the Survivors. You obviously don't want to be in the position where you have like a person bleeding already for this tank, because this tank can turn into a rock tank pretty easily. There's a lot the tank can do on their commit to just do a lot of damage with those breakable props. You know, this can be a tank that goes very, very infected-sided, or this could just get completely shut down because the Survivors can kite the hittables around pretty well. You know, using the boats if they're together or if they're destroyed. Hit going in right now, though. Hunter landing on Rochelle. Spit going down on top of that as well. Charger is going to miss. That's a decent amount of damage onto Bravo. Just a little more spit damage, I believe.
Yeah, not too much, but they did manage to get about, I think it was 5% damage off that attack. So it wasn't that much that they wanted, but it's not bad. I mean, I would take it for what they had there. They probably did want more, but they're about to take the next attack, which is going to be a Smoker, Boomer, Jockey, and a Hunter. And see if anybody tries to make a play on the fire. It looks like they don't, because the Survivors just get through that area too fast. And they're probably going to set up this attack as either they drop off to the lower area, I guess in this shipyard, where they fight the tank. But Survivors are just staying inside right now, playing it slow, clearing these common.
side, they need to send this hit in as fast as possible when the survivors are coming out, so that then they can have something in the queue for when the survivors open the gate. I mean, if they manage to send it in, like, right now, yeah, exactly, there, the Pounce is going to go out along with that Smoker pull. Boomer is going to get shut down, too. Smoker is going to die right now, and this is the thing, because now when they can go up and maybe even open that door and try to get some chip on this tank, as the Common are going to be dying in the back, it's going to be up in the hands of Mars for Team Hot Dog Water, and that door is going to be opened right now. Tank is going to look to transition, but they need to send this hit in to distract the survivors, or the tank has to commit directly in with this, because they cannot afford to take a lot of chip here. Hit's going to be going in the back. Uzi is going to be hitting that tank for a decent amount of damage, almost 700 there, MK.
Yeah, that Hunter ski, God, Hunter just got shut down. Yeah, he didn't even make it close to the survivors. That was a great job, but like you said, that one guy stayed on him, and the tank almost lost about 700 health for his troubles. But it looks like this will be the third tank of the game for Mars. Boomer gets a 1 proxy, and it looks like Mars already got his card to play. It's not in the terrible position, but also probably not the best, because he has to go quite a ways to get to it, and usually when you have to walk that far, that equals a lot of health needed to be gone just for the opportunity to play on it. But there's a 1 boom finishing up, some commons still rolling in. A Smoker and a Jockey are the support for this tank at this current moment. Rocks are getting skeeted.
The tank's on 60% second pass. They're going to have to go with this, and indeed, here comes the tank going for these bricks. That is going to be a bit of damage going out to start. Tank, though, is still in the center, getting hit down already to under 2k health. Tank is going to find a corner right now. Jockey gets M2'd and shut down. Tank is still downing Red Start there, and is now just going to be launching a brick randomly as the Smoker gets another pull. There's a punch going out onto Bravo. Another punch going onto that breakable prop, but it's only about a down and a half in total, MK, from that tank fight. Guns here.
Yeah, it was. Survivors took it pretty well. It looks like Ellis got stuck on the back of that boat, was not able to backtrack. That's unfortunate for him, so it was the first target for the tank. But after the tank is dead, Rails, they're sitting at an 892 bonus still. Not much more of this tank map to traverse through, but they have a 2-2 with a Charger and a Jockey, which is not bad, but not the best attack which you want for this area.
They got to send it to get out, because, like, Charger needs to come from the roof. Yeah, there we go. It's going to land onto Rochelle with that spit going down too. Jockey going in the back, not going to land much else there, but that's going to be another set of pills committed by Bravo as they make their way forward.
Yes, it was. The bonus only suffered about 80 points off that, still sitting at 775. So survivors are still very healthy right now, and a hefty bonus, still over 50% of the possible bonus you can get on this chapter. And the next attack that's rolling up is going to be a tricap with a spitter, and they're not going to have the Jockey included in this tricap. And it looks like they're infected, most likely will make a play as they're going in, or maybe through the window. I'm not 100% sure which they're probably going to go as they're going in. The Smoker staying in the back, and yep, she looks like they're going to reposition.
Gotta be like, wow, yeah, there you go. Charger's gonna go in with Ellis in the back there. Hunter's gonna land too, and the spit's gonna go down on both of those survivors. A very nice hit from the special infected there, but the survivors, after they clear those spit puddles, do just continue making their way forward. Someone's gonna have to pass pills to Red Sickle, aka Red Start, and indeed they are going to do that now. No more pills left, but the survivors are all still fast. If they can shut down this next hit MK, they're gonna find themselves in the safe room.
Indeed they are. Look at that bonus sitting at 635 still. Probably the last attack they'll get depending on how well this hit goes. They have 4 fast survivors, so if nobody is slow, they'll definitely make it 100%. Charger, Boomer, Hunter, and a Jockey is the attack. And survivors are doing the smart thing by slowing down here, killing out all these commons before they press on, as this stair choke is pretty a rough one to take. And it looks like Zoe and Coach are going to take the lead here. Hunter's going to be pre-spawned on the top. Jockey goes in, does land his Jock. Charge lands as well. Take it, oh, real far away. It's going to be a lot of damage. What a charge. My goodness, 3 slams. What a charge.
Oh, he's down.
He downed him.
He literally downs him with the charge. It's insane. That's literally nuts.
Spirit.
Yeah, I mean, he's right. And now they're going to have maybe one more hit on Rochelle in the back. They have a Smoker up for it and a Spitter here, too. Smoker's going to pull. Spit's going to go down, and indeed, that is going to be Nick outside. After that spit damage does spread into the safe room, Nick is not going to get... So they're going to have a Hunter and a Jockey going for him at the same time. Jockey lands for a bit more damage. Hunter goes in. still only landing now, but that is still a bit more off the bonus. They got down to 317, 2,880 points so far for Team Ice Cream is Cold. But do not think that this score difference means that this game isn't close. The Team Hot Dog Water just needs to play on Survivor, and they could honestly get, like, depending on how they take that tank, they can get a better bonus than that on this map.
Absolutely, they can. But man, that charger on the end to go across, I never seen that charger before. That was amazing.
That was an incredible play, I think, by Spirit there. Let's see if they can keep the momentum going on Survivor side. Let's see what they are able to do. And Charger, Smoker, Boomer, Hunter, that's the first hit. It's going to be a Brubsicle, aka a Bravo tank. And I anticipate big things for that tank, honestly. On Survivor side, you know, I think they can do a decently, a decently well job surviving it. But I mean, Bravo's tanks are also known for doing absolute work. So let's see exactly what happens. Pull is going to go out in the front and get immediately cleared. There is a small damage pounce going with that 8 damage pounce from Red Star onto Vax. Smoker is going to get its tongue broken once again, but Bravo is going to keep that Smoker MK as the Survivors work their way forward.
Indeed, they will. Survivors took a little bit more damage than the first time around, but nothing significant. It was still pretty good take by both sides, taking minimal chip. The next attack that they're going to have to deal with would be a Charger, Jockey, Spitter, and a Smoker. This probably see some combinations to get a charge spit. Jockey goes in, gets a pull. The Charger's not able to take the target. The Jockey does eventually land on Ellis in the front, and the Charger does get a fist. But again, minimal damage come out, less than 10% off 2 attacks. And Ellis is pushing forward fast, taking a little bit of common chip. Fortunately, not able to free himself there. A little bit came out, so... but that will be shut down as well, and right now they're looking pretty good, Rails, taking those first 2 attacks pretty well.
Yeah, on Survivor side right now, Hot Dog Water are definitely doing well this map. Hunter goes in, gets blown out of the sky by Blue, as there is a Smoker in the back. Jockey getting M2 shut down, Rocket Boomer has no shot, and that's going to mean that the Survivors can push their way all the way down and up to spawning this tank. SI hit should be up around the time that happens, and then it's a decision whether or not Bravo wants to go immediately in or if he wants to just get up that ladder as fast as possible. Tank is going to spawn up as the Survivors are on the door into the hands of Bravo himself. Smoker, Hunter, and Jockey for his support right here. Let's see if he decides to transition up or just go straight in. He is going out as he is trying to climb this ladder, and indeed he is going to get up there as the Jockey lands, and that's only just over 300 damage MK. It was a nice rotation.
Yes, it was. He got out relatively nice. Even though he fell off the ladder for a split second, he still took minimal chip. Only 1 Uzi stayed on him, and to be honest with you...
Going for the second car!
Going all the way back for the second one. He's first pass 70%. Not the worst idea, but he ran up to... Oh, he lost it! He lost it already!
Watch them just hold W.
They are!
I think they're thinking about it. Like, seriously.
Oh, Boomer slowed him down,
What is going on? That single boom's gonna land. There's a car here now. Survivors are in a little bit of a predicament, I would say. Car goes in, lands on Mars. Yeah, I had that feeling. There is the boat being broken. Tank is down to under 3K. Missing a punch, though, right there. Really has to go back. Not able to hit Mars, though, because she's in an elevated spot. Car's still rolling around. Charger's going to land. Tank has Ellis now. Missing a punch there, though. Now getting another punch. Rotating back around onto Rochelle. That is going to be the in-cap. Jockey's there, too. That's another in-cap. 3 downs going out as Bravo is about to die. But look at how much damage that was, MK.
Oh my goodness, Rails. That car was so big, and he was boomed on. He couldn't clear himself. He got sniped with the car. So much damage goes out. That Boomer saved them from running forward. If that Boomer doesn't land, Rails, I think they would just run forward and take that in a different area.
I agree
that
with
was so big. Boomer gets shut down, doesn't land on anything. They pick him up through the spit because they had to. He was almost dead. Pull forward for a little bit, also gets cleared. And also a wall kick and no one's there. Oh, they actually did clear it pretty well. But that is a massive amount of damage. Right now they're sitting at 447. There's still a chance they can win the round, but they still have like 3 or 4 more attacks to take, Rails. It's not looking good.
Yeah, and they have 3 people who are in full bleed with only 1 set of pills. So if any of them gets roughed up in the next hit, you know, that's going to be most of the damage bonus still going down. They have 77% damage bonus right now with this next hit. Could be looking to change that as they go in. Charger is going to land for a split second and then get cleared. Jockey does also land onto Ellis's face. as this Despot is on the ground. That's a boom going out onto Spirit as well. So this attack is going to slow him down a bit, and actually it looks as though Nick is also going to be almost in that slow range. He's at 40 HP right now.
Yeah, they don't want to be slow right now. They want to go through as much of this map as they can. They probably want to get inside before their spawns are even ready, and I don't think it's going to happen. It's going to be a Hunter Charger, Spitter, and a Smoker. Right now they're holding W, but they're running into a lot of common, and there's a few common chasing them as well, but it looks like they're good now. Smoker looks like it's coming from the top. Smoker coming from behind. A Pounce Lance pull is actually taken by the charge target, but they do get the charge spit onto Rochelle with another pull in the back, and there it is officially now. They are now have a lower bonus than Ice Cream is Cold, so Ice Cream is Cold is going to take a further lead right now this map, and looks like Vac's going to hold on to those pills because they need as many points as they can, Rails, and they're going to take at least one more.
They're going to have everybody slow. Like, literally everyone's about to be slow. Like, Mars is about to bleed to slow, so is Spirit, finally, after all this time in this map. But that's what that tank enables the SI to do now, because they can probably get a couple of hits on this. Arc Boom going out, Charter going out as well. There's a Spirit Skeet there, I should say, as this Jockey goes in as well. Not going to land much there, but now we do see that Vac is at one with those pills, so he's trying to go around here, it would seem. But I think actually, yeah, he's just going to take the pills at this point and then try to push forward. I think there's one more good hit that we still get to see from Team Ice Cream is Cold. They're going to have a Spitter for this as well, along with a Smoker, Hunter, and the last spawn's a Charger. So this can do some damage here, MK, right at the end.
Yes, it looks like the Hunter's going to pre-spawn inside that shed behind. He goes for the Pounce, does get it onto Coach on top of the area, but the charge lands as well. Spit does land on Rochelle, so it's going to be a little bit more damage onto the bonus. Wow. Oh, it takes it all the way down to 79. So Ice Cream is Cold does quite a bit of damage, but Hot Dog Water does make the safe room, bringing their total chapter score to 776. Campaign score to 2169. The Ice Cream is Cold 2880. So they're going to be down, what is that, about 700 points? 600, 600,
720. No, 711.
Alright, so technically it's not over. It's going to come down to this tank. So Ice Cream is Cold has to get, or Hot Dog Water has to wipe Ice Cream is Cold with the tank.
Yeah, this is a precarious
and it's
spot.
67% too.
So, okay, this is going to be the barge tank.
Yes.
So this tank needs to wipe for Hot Dog Water. Like, there's no way they win this game any other way. They need to wipe with this tank on his side. Spirit's gonna have it, and he's gonna need to do work.
They have no choice. The SI attack is gonna be a Jockey, Charger, Boomer, and a Smoker for the opening attack. So they have no spit. There's be no early attack, and the car is not alarmed. I know it can be random, but the attack's actually going to go in. Jockey and Smoker. Smoker misses. Jockey lands. Charger gets melted. 2 Boom goes out after another pull in the back. Smoker does die last. So that's the attack shut down. 3% off the bonus only. And they just need to clear these commons before they press forward. They're looking good right now, Rails, for Ice Cream is Cold.
Indeed, they are. I mean, they're going to be able to hold W here and take an attack probably as they're going into the next building. But then after that, if they can take that attack cleanly, they're going to be easily outside and underneath this bridge before you know it. You know, and the thing is, the tank's not going to spawn until 67%, but I think there's only like 2 or 3 more hits here for the SI between where the survivors are now and between where that tank is actually going to be fought. It's impossible sometimes to get hits out in that huge open area with the barge when you don't have a tank up or when the survivors are still just like moving through here. So let's see how they take this hit. Charger, Jockey, Hunter, and the Spitter for the SI on this hit. Here comes the Charger, going to land, but then does get immediately cleared. Pounce Spit does go out. Jock Spit also goes for a little bit, but all things considered, MK, not a whole lot of damage.
No, minimal on the board. 2 attacks do take 10% damage. That's not too shabby, but you need a lot more for Hot Dog Water. You can't take that. You need everything to connect, everything to matter, survivors to be slow for this tank. And right now they have 1 at 100, 2 at 90, 1 at 80. So they're still healthy, and this tank is almost about to spawn. Probably, like you said, this may be the last one before it actually spawns, maybe 2 more. And it's going to be a Hunter, Smoker, Boomer, and a Charger. So it's a retro attack accompanied by the Charger. Hunter's tried to go in, does land. Charger was going for the same target, left him with nobody. He does actually take that target as well with the pull up front. Actually going to go out for a decent amount of damage. And that's attack shut down, Rails, and it's only 7% more off the bonus. It's not enough.
Indeed, it is not, but the survivors are going to be pushing their way forward. They're going to be looking to go up the side of this barge. And as they're doing so, I think they have to just get a little bit past that cement mixer before this tank will spawn. I expect them to fight it here, but we'll see if they have any other strats that they're going to break out now. Because the thing about it is they really just need to survive it, and then the distance point should really like give them this game almost, especially with the score as it stands right now, already being what it is. But let's see what they can make happen for this next attack. Jockey, Charger, Hunter, Spitter for Team Hot Dog Water. Survivors are right on the precipice of spawning this tank. They're going to jump on top of the cement mixer, and then MK, they're just going to play this as slow as they need to, because they know this is the last hit before that tank spawn.
Indeed, they're just clearing out all the common, not taking everything cautiously. They know if they just make the save room with no bonus, it's already over pretty much. So Hunter's going to pre-spawn on one side, 2 spawns are on the other, the Jockey and the Charger on the other. And look, they definitely want to land the spit charge before this tank is up. And it's about 2% more to this tank spawns. Looks like they're going to wait to go at the same as it does spawn. We have not seen any of the SI going. Actually, Jockey's going to pre-spawn to make a little bit of noise. Causes survivors to hold S for a split second. Go back. They still have Nick on top of the cement mixer. Hunter is still pre-spawn on the other side. And they are baiting this crazy. My goodness, they are just taking every single common out before they go forward. Commons are jumping out the windows, and there is the tank up. Hunter gets skeeted. Jockey is not able to get anything. Charger gets a rocket spawn. Looks like he's just going to get melted too. He just nothing. That free spit goes out, and SC attack shut down Rails. They weren't able to get anything off of it. I think
This
maybe
tank-
they should have attacked before that it spawned, maybe just for damage.
Yeah, I thought they were going to as well, but the survivors were able to deal with that pretty easily once they didn't have the 4 spawn there. I was saying, though, that, yeah, they're going to probably just go right back here to the barge as the tank is still working hitables in. Spirit going to do the best he can with the dumpsters, I think, probably on the left-hand side as well. If he's trying to go for this hatchback, too. Single boom does come out by blue for a little bit of chaos for the survivors. The tank is still trying to work his toys in.
Oh.
Not having an amazing time with these cars. That Caro is going to go in, and he's looking for these hitables on the left-hand side here. MK, he's going to get the dumpsters and probably full commit.
Indeed, he's pleased. He's flirting with danger, though. He's second pass and dropping 80%, going down. He's only going to have 4 toys to play with when he goes in. Survivors just going to stay here. It's 80%. This is going to be the commit here. Going to get some. There's a car that goes over. Oh, my goodness. How did that not hit Nick? I have no idea how that missed Nick, but it was so close. There's another car going out. It's not able to land on anything. Hunter's pouncing around, making noise. Jockey pre-spawns as well. Another dumpster misses. Hunter's trying to get someone. Oh, he's separated big time. He does get 1 punch. Oh, there's a dual cap. Oh, this could be big. There's 1 person in cap. It's only 1 survivor up. Oh, he does get the clear after a rock land.
The survivor gets card, though. That's going to be... Sam is dead from this sedan. Oh, my goodness. This is what Team Hot Dog Water needed. Spirit, 3.6k left. No reason to rush it. He's going to get more hitables into play after already securing that kill. He doesn't want to get pushed either, so he's just going to be patient as he can be here as this next hit's coming up. What a toss! Almost landing onto Rochelle. Double boom, though, is going to go out. That car goes in and lands on Coach. Oh my goodness. This tank by Spirit is exactly what his team needed. Rock landing, punch landing. That is the wipe. MK, oh my goodness.
What a tank, Rails. I'll tell you, if it's one of the hardest tanks to wipe with. What a play by Spirit. And the SI that capitalized on it, that's exactly what you want to see. So that is Ice Cream is Cold, bringing their total chapter score to 422. They do end up getting wiped. Their total campaign score is 3302. So now
that's all they got.
It's math time now, Rails. So this chapter, let's see. Hold on.
That's all they got is 3,302, right?
So it's 700 distance, 1,400 is going to be the bonus. So if they make safe room, they will need about 400 bonus. I think
I feel like they can get that. I feel like that's the thing. It's worth so many fucking points on this map. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to have so many opportunities here. They should be 100% fine.
Yeah, this tank fight's going to be huge, but not only is the tank fight huge, they also have the gravel
Choke
pile
point.
to deal with the event. That's very, very dangerous to deal with. So depending on how their health is, they'll probably have to take that event too. Opening attack's going to be a Boomer, Smoker, Jockey, and a Charger. We're definitely going to see the setup on the outside. There is no car alarm early for the infected to play on, so they're not going to have that to use it to their advantage. The Boomer's going to spawn. They send the Charger in first. It does miss. Pole goes out. Gets shut down. Boomers looks like he's going to come from behind, get a one boom onto Ellis, and then a pull forward for a few ticks. But that's one attack shutdown with not too much damage. It's going to have one survivor at 99, one at 98, and two at 96. So very minimal damage on the board rails after that opening attack.
They're going to want to charge spit for when they come into the building, most likely, because like that's one of the better attacks on this map. You know, this open field is just so survivor-sided. If they really wanted to, they could run the tank back to there, but that's a lot of ground to traverse, and it's also, you know, a lot of hits they have to take on that run back. Spitter, Hunter, Jockey, Charger here is ideal for this spot, I would say, because they can have the Jockey come from the top, the Charger can come from inside or anywhere that it wants, but I almost prefer to see the Charger going for a rocket here, just because then you can hit pretty much anywhere outside where the survivors are.
I agree. It looks like you must have just talked to him telepathically as he goes right up top immediately after you say it. Ellis is going to be the one clearing the common in the front. They have 3 Uzis in the back. The only shotgun is going to be on Ellis. So that's the only shotgun they have. Survivors do manage to get in without the Charger landing. A great take, but the pounce does land. Spit goes on it as well. Charger's going to make a play on it, and the Jockey in the Spit, but he charges him out.
Oh,
yes, he does. Unfortunate for them. Bonus is still sitting at 1400. They did take a little bit of damage off that rails, but I think you'd want a little bit more if you're the infected on that right before the tank spawn.
Sucks that he couldn't get like some kind of chest bump or fucking
Don't shoot that
just stumble damage there. You know what I mean? Because like Ellis was in the spot for it, and then he ended up taking him, but the spit didn't spread all the way to the corner, so there's not really a massive amount that he could have done with that. It's just unfortunate. As this Hunter is going to go in, going to land on Ellis, Boomer gets shut down, Jockey goes in, gets M2'd for its troubles, and this Smoker is just trying to get them to trigger the alarm car, which they almost do, but do not.
They were flirting with danger there, Rails. That was close.
They're in a decent like position right now, though, because they have nobody slow. They haven't committed any sets of pills. They have one more hit to take prior to this tank spawning, and then it's going to be all about what Yams can do with some of these hittables and seeing if he can get that same kind of support to set him up for something like a kill or something that would really clutch the game for his team. But it's going to be an interesting round either way, just because look at how close the scores are right now, and look at how much health Team Hot Dog Water has. They've got a Hunter, Spitter, Boomer, and a Charger to deal with, but they're in the right spot to do it, and this should be the last hit before the tank.
Yeah, it definitely will be the last hit. Let's see if Ice Cream is Cold chooses just to do a normal attack before the tank or try to hit him on the way back. Because due to how wide open the area is, I think I would just rather try to get an attack as a team. Because no matter what, survivors are going to run back. They're not going to push forward here, so you're not going to lose any ground. But they are going to wait till the tank spawns. The Charger's going to spawn. Hunter just gets deleted because it was the tank. Boomer gets popped. Charger doesn't get anything. Now it's going to be a free spit. So absolutely nothing comes of the attack, and they're going to be able to run back for free, as it will be the last tank of this game for Ice Cream is Cold, and it will be a Yams tank, Rails.
Indeed it is. Yamsicle going to do his best with this. Survivors are already looking like they want to just play behind the barge there before the tank has even started to get hittables in. That car is going to go and be at the front of the boat. He's going for the dumpsters, it looks like, on the left-hand side as well. Has a Smoker and a Jockey and a Hunter. This is an ideal attack for this area, in my opinion. Like, if you're committing, you kind of want these. Here come the hittables, though. Almost landing onto Nick there, but the tank is going to be going in with this car on the left-hand side as well. Survivors rotating their way across. Car goes up in the air. Tank is looking to push in hittables from the other side. They're going to be rotating around this boat, trying to dodge here, but Yam still high first pass. Can still get those hittables in. That one is going to be out of play, however. That car is going to go and roll off the wall in the back, and these two survivors in the corner are going to be the ones he's going for. He's going for Ellis, not quite finding him yet. Jockey's going to land. Hunter is going to land. That's almost the 3-cap going out. This is going to be the Jockey and the Smoker landing on the side. Car goes over and in-caps Mars. Can he get the kill? He's going for it. There's one hit. 2 hit, he needs one more. I think he's going to get it. Indeed, he is. Oh my goodness, that is the death that Team Ice Cream is Cold was looking for. Tank still alive on first pass as well with just under 2k. This is not quite over as that Smoker pole goes out onto Blue in the front. Boomer spawns up, not going to land. Tank rolling in, back on the right-hand side now with this dumpster onto Rochelle. Oh my goodness, that snipe by this tank in the hands of Yams. He's looking to close it out right here. Car is going to be the next thing he hits. Back over, not quite landing onto Ellis. Dumpster's going up, not quite hitting Rochelle. Hunter and the Charger also in the queue now, still on first pass. Under 1K, shooting this dumpster over, not going to land. Hunter's not going to land either. This rock thrown up and over, not going to have it happen. But there's the jockey landing onto Nick. Tank has 78 HP, landing a rock. Oh my goodness. This jockey is doing work onto Nick. What a fight, MK, and what a job by Team Ice Cream is Cold to pretty much clutch this out.
Yes, it was. I tell you, that was some great hittable positioning. They were everywhere. The survivors had nowhere to run. They had one hittable on the other side of those little wooden planks, and one on the other, and they did not know what to do. Survivors got split big time. Got almost tri-capped actually for a split moment, but that dual cap with the jockey and the pull was so big, Rails. It caused so much damage. As the 2-2 attack, the boomer fails, goes back for a respawn. Hunter and Smoker as the attack is coming up. Looks like the Hunter's going to go in, and pull goes out in the back. Hunter's trying to land on Rochelle, not able to get it, gets shut down as well. Free spit goes out, doesn't get any damage either. Smoker dies at the end, and that would be the attack shut down, Rails. But I think mathematically this one is already over.
Extremely close to it if it's not. I mean, the damage bonus is down to 33%, and they still have what? They still have a couple hundred points in distance, but I don't think they have it combined with the bonus that they've got right now. I think it is pretty much mathematically over. Hunter, Jockey, Boomer, Charger for this hit coming in. Charger's going in, landing onto Ellis as the Hunter is now coming up from below. There is the Jockey landing for the double cap. Hunter not quite dead, and this Jockey is taking back all the way backwards down into the foliage. That is a full in cap onto him, and the other survivors know this one is over, so they are just going to keep going forward as they may. Team Ice Cream is Cold, taking this game. Really, really solid match, competitive the entire time. And the GGWPs are coming out as Blue is the last survivor up. Charger goes in. That will do it. MK, Hot Dog Water, commiserations to them, and congratulations to Team Ice Cream is Cold taking this close game on the Passifice.
Indeed they are. The final score is 33-02, 26-45 is going to be the final score between the two. But for all you Hot Dog Water fans out there, they are not out of the tournament yet. This is just the winner bracket, so they will go on to the loser bracket, and they still have the opportunity to possibly come back and face them a second time later on in this tournament, depending on how it goes.
Indeed, that's right. So we're going to be seeing some other matches quite soon on the Passifice as well, aren't we?
I do believe there's another one. I'm not sure we have any fans out there in them yet, but I do believe there's one coming up at 1 a.m. Eastern tonight. If I remember correctly, let me see. It is
the South Stars versus Skyrise, something like that?
The Favela Boys playing Mad Sad Bad. I've been really excited to see that one.
What time does that kick off Eastern time?
1 a.m. Eastern time, Sunday, so that'll be tonight coming up.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have anybody I see as the cameraman yet, so hopefully...
See if I'm still awake, we'll see.
Yeah, we do have it will be casted in Spanish.
Sweet.
I know that, though, so for those that know both languages or just want to watch it, at least it'll be there, but if it will be, we'll definitely post it for everybody to watch.
Sounds good, alright.
Alright, so that will end it for this match. So Ice Cream is Cold is going to get the W. We want to shoot out a few thanks. Thanks for, of course, Sir Please for having the servers for us. Blue for running the tournament. And, of course, Kryja for being the cameraman today. And appreciate you as well, Rails, being the co-caster for today. And, of course, most of all, thanks for everybody at home watching, because without them, it's not possible.
Absolutely.
Alright, have a good night, and we'll see you soon. Anything else you want to add, Rails?
Nope, that's it for me.
Alright, we'll see y'all later. Good night.